Okay, I really upset this grifter, the Birdman. He's tripling down, and he's upset because I made a couple claims. One is that feminism is hate movement, which I can prove and will. And two, that racism has its seat in misandry. And he's gonna get upset over that, right? So let's play this.
Trevor, you aren't saying anything. We are laughing at how unhinged you sound. You took a single instance of a crazy feminist and compared that to one of America's most infamous terrorist groups. Do you not?
So it's a single. That's right. Even though this guy is being dishonest, because I showed my playlist, which anyone can go to, right? Now, one of the Pro Male Collective members, A Shield for Men, who's fantastic at this, has this video, which is very short, it's less than 4 minutes long. There was never a good feminism, where he shows article after article exposing feminist theory and the feminist group, right? Matter of fact, we're going to look at one of these. Your fave is problematic. White suffragettes were very racist. So thank you. He put that in the description box. Let's take a look at it. And I want to show you some of the quotes, dude, from these white suffragettes, right? What will we and our daughters suffer if these degraded black men are allowed to have the rights that would make them even worse than our Saxon fathers? Notice she pointed out men specifically, right? I thought this was an equality movement for everybody. This is suffragettes, everyone. This is the very first wave. This is the beginning, right? And they're very concerned about black men, right? The white men, reinforced by the educated white woman, could snow under the Negro vote in every state, and the white race would maintain its supremacy without corrupting or intimidating the Negroes. No racism there, is there? All right. You have put the ballot in the hands of the black men. Remember, this is all about the men getting the vote, thus making them political superiors to white women. Now, this is very telling, right? I do not want to see a Negro man walk to the polls and vote on who should handle my tax money, while I myself cannot vote at all. When there is not enough religion in the pulpit to organize a crusade against sin. What is she talking about? Nor justice in the courthouse to promptly punish crime. Really? What crime is she talking about, guys? Hey, Birdman, what crime is she talking about? Nor manhood enough in the nation to put a sheltering arm around innocence and virtues. I can see where this is going. If it needs lynching to protect women's dearest possession, in other words, a black man might bang a white woman, from the ravening human beast, then I say lynch 1,000 times a week if necessary. Do you do you hear that? Where are you, Birdman? Do you hear that? She's talking about you. You black men are a bunch of racist. Oh, sorry, you're a bunch of rapists. And look what else he brought up: eugenic feminism. Eugenic feminism was current in the women's suffragette movement, right? No, there's no racism in the very founding of it, right? Now I'll show you just how successful they are here. Let's see. Bring up the Baroness here. Let me pause it for a minute. The feminists are well rooted in the KK, well, sorry, in the KK, in the UK government. Who's this woman here? Her name is Baroness Helena Kennedy. And she's pushing for a 6 p.m. curfew for every man in the UK. She's in a position of authority. Matter of fact, who is she? Helena Kennedy. She's a Scottish barrister, a broadcaster, and a Labour member of the House of Lords. So this bigot is in position of authority. How many guys, KKK members, can boast that? Say, I am a proud member of the KKK, and I'm here to strip black men of their rights, and they're welcomed with open arms in the UK Parliament. None, right? None. And I'll show you just how successful. These women just don't push for it. They're successful at it. Look, they got the no staring laws going on here. No staring law. They introduce a no staring law, which is a one way. It's not that people aren't allowed to stare at each other. Men aren't allowed to stare at women. Staring can land you in prison, right? And we know it's all one way. So this is a sexist, bigoted law pushed by a sexist bigot, right? And it's all in the UK Parliament. So not only is this is a hate movement, but it's a hate movement that has far outstripped the KKK. Okay? Now, I want to play you a bit of this because what I said, misandry has its roots, or I should say, racism has its roots in misandry. And this is a video concerning a trans man of color. He was a woman of color. He transitions into a man of color, and he notices a whole different attitude. Okay, let's read a bit of what he had to say personally. I get pulled over a lot more now. I got pulled over more in the first 2 years of my transition than I did the entire 20 years I was driving before that. Before, when I've been stopped, even for real violations like driving 100 miles per hour, I got off. In fact, when it happened in Atlanta, the officer and I got into a great conversation about the Braves. Now the first two questions he asked me are, do I have any weapons in the car? And am I on parole or probation? See his difference? This is his different experiences. This was once a woman. I don't know if it's black or Hispanic, but it's definitely because I have to rewatch my own video. But she's saying that when she was a woman and she was pulled over, she actually had to commit a violation, and the cops were very friendly and good to her. And now that he gets pulled over, he's treated like a criminal immediately. So you see that racism is particular to the male gender. Okay. So, Birdman, I made my position clear. I backed up my claims. So the fact that I mentioned all this and you never looked into it and you're just trying to ridicule me like this is all crazy, we're laughing at you, right? Is that your big comeback? We're laughing at you. You said something that it's true and it hurts my feelings. So I'm not going to look at what actually went down. I'm just going to say you're laughable and you're just like them. Even though, Birdman, you're the one who's just like them. Tradcons, they invited women like TERFs on and sided with them. And you are supporting feminists. If you're ridiculing what I proved, that means you're willing to support a hate movement who wants to lynch you. So, like I said, I don't have to play your entire video. I just have to point out that you are a dishonest person. Now, I know there's no way you can prove me wrong. You would have to erase history. You would have to, where are we? Erase history, which you can't. So we'll end it here.